One of the most fiery jazz rock outfits from Spain during the late 1970s was Iceberg, who released 4 albums between 1975 and 1979, and from their third release, Sentiments, the track A Sevilla. Okay, and already we have heard the lightning ivory filigree of Josep Mas and the flaming dexterity of Jochen Max Soon on guitar, who released a solo album in 1978 titled Babel. That like fiery, sizzly, fuzzy tone of the guitarist, who goes by the alias Max Sunyer. That's where he released his solo album, a new name of. We're basically like an F right here, F major, but we're going through all these like chromatic, like there's all these like notes like in the chromatic scale of F. That's just, it's hard to even trace them. Now we hear some electric piano behind all that guitar that's like shifting the tonics constantly. Notice that like kind of like ARP-like tone or Moog. He's playing several. It doesn't mention his synthesizer arsenal, but basically the figure keeps dropping. It's going like between 2 chords, vacillating between like a tonic and then like a full step down, like starting like in F and then to E flat. And then, but it goes through kind of a scale. Then it modulates that pattern, and it's like another 2 chords it's juggling through. You see, now it's going between G and F. It's strange. There's a lot of density here, yet the only two things I can really decipher are the fuzzy guitar that's just laying all those licks, all those lines, all that filigree, and the keyboardist that's kind of making those sounds, those like synth sounds, analog, but seems to be kind of covering up the bass. I swear, the bass and drums are more felt than heard in this track. Love those open cadence moments where it just things hit a crescendo and then suddenly you've got these like there's even though I can barely hear them, I get this feeling that there's these cymbals that are going off in the background, giving this like fountain spray type feel, like as the guitar is just sizzling over everything. Half-step modulations in this, like taking a theme and then like bumping it up half a step, then another half step. Yeah, see, it's just again. Dun, 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 like that. Now, it's quite obvious that this band was very much influenced by Return to Forever. Specifically, Hymn of the Seventh Galaxy. That guitarist is very much in the vein, that same sound, same style that Bill Connors was doing on that one album that he was with the band for. And also some of the keyboard work is reminiscent of Chick Corea's when Corea first turned electric on that album. And although it would be a bit of a stretch to say that the rhythm section are quite in the league of Stanley Clarke, and yeah, the anyway, Iceberg with A Sevilla from the 1977 album Sentiments. Who else did we hear on that album? The bass is played by Primitivo Sancho, who, in addition to playing on the all four Iceberg albums, played on 1970, the same year that this came out, he played on a release by Ara Va Di Bo, apparently a children's. I've never seen that album cover before. Very colorful album cover, but apparently children. Oh, it's listed as children's pop rock and educational. Not a lot of credits, it seems, outside of this band. Let's see. Turning now to drummer Jordi Colomer. Now a few credits outside the band. Released by Angel, Los Amaya, Gabriel. And let's get to the star attractions of this release. Back to them. Joachim Maxsoon, who put out a solo album as Max Sunyer in 1978, Babel. Releases by Angel. I keep seeing that Angel record. What brought all of Iceberg under that? A single by a guy named Angel. Just one 1978 single. A vocalist who apparently was connected with the band. Piano by Josep Mas, as I mentioned. He has the most credits on Discogs, 151 credits according to Discogs. Let's see, the same year as the acclaimed Iceberg album, Cosas Nostras, perhaps their most popular release, he was on a record by a trio named Crystal. I'm coming across a lot of I'm coming across a few things from the Spanish scene that I'm not familiar with, even though I'm familiar with a lot of the Latin rock, jazz rock, symphonic rock from Spain of that period that just came bursting out of the country. After there had been some activity in Spain while Franco was alive, but after his death, suddenly the floodgates opened wide. It's like the musicians were a lot freer to express themselves. On a ton of Spanish pop stuff that I'm not familiar with from the period. Anyway, there you had it. Iceberg, perhaps the finest Spanish jazz rock bands, if not one of the finest from all of continental Europe, and one of the most loyal in the post-RTF vein. Their third album, released on Boccaccio Records, Sentiments, track 2, A Sevilla, 1977. For more Rubies and Sapphires from Iceberg, see the directory of albums from Spain in the links below. And like and subscribe. And until next time, this is Zaragon, the world's most ear-traveled trimaximalist, signing off.